Did you know most travel mistakes don't happen during your trip? They happen before you book anything. In this video, I'll show you how smart travelers book their trips and how value traveling works. Hey, my name is Nick, and I'm a travel planning strategist and videographer over at navigatornick.com, where I help travelers make better informed decisions before they book their trip. You can find me and more destination travel guides at navigatornick.com, where everything I teach is built around one core idea: value travel. Or, in other words, getting the most bang for your travel buck. Now, I've been traveling internationally since 2012, and over the last decade, I've helped thousands of travelers through my YouTube channel, travel guides, travel communities, avoid common mistakes, and get more out of every single trip. And today, I want to clearly explain what value travel is and how you can apply it to booking your own trips. And I want to get something out of the way. Value traveling is not cheap travel. It is not budget travel. Value travel means knowing when to go, knowing where to stay, knowing what's actually worth prioritizing, and knowing what looks good online but isn't worth your money. You can spend more money and still travel poorly, and you can spend intentionally and have a much better trip. That difference comes down to planning decisions. A smart traveler isn't a traveler who plans to do everything and has everything laid out hour by hour and minute by minute. A smart traveler understands trade-offs, plans around experiences and not hype, and gets more enjoyment per dollar amount. They don't blindly follow Instagram reels or TikTok trends or generic top 10 things to do lists. Instead, they ask better questions. Is this worth it for the season I'm traveling? Is this location convenient, or is it just popular? Am I paying for an experience, or is this marketing hype? Being a smart traveler isn't about cutting corners either. It's about making intentional choices. Let's go all the way to the beginning and explain most travelers book their trip entirely the wrong way. They'll start with flights, then hotels, and then try to squeeze experiences into what's left. But what value travelers do is flip that, and in the future videos, I'll break down step by step the timing, location, and how to decide what's actually worth it. But today, I just want to focus on how to think about travel differently. Start with, why am I going? What do I actually want out of this trip? Am I going just to sit on a beach for 6 days? That's fine. That's not what I do. I know a lot of people who love that, but that's not what you're going to learn in this video today. What season supports those experiences best? When you plan everything around experiences first, everything else will then fall into place. So you know when to fly, when to go, when to book your flights, what hotels to book, and where to stay. So to summarize so far, value traveling is about prioritizing. And it looks like this: paying more for the right location instead of a nicer hotel farther away. Traveling in shoulder season instead of peak season when everyone else is traveling. Skipping attractions that photograph well but disappoint in real life, aka Instagram highlights, TikTok reels, top 10 lists. Spending money on experiences you'll remember, not things that you'll forget. You're not traveling less, you're traveling with more intention. And that's where most people see the biggest difference. You don't need a bigger budget to travel smarter. You need better planning framework. Here are 4 principles I use all the time. Timing beats luxury. And what do I mean by that? Traveling 1 month earlier or later often matters more than upgrading hotels. Location beats amenities. A simple hotel in the right neighborhood in a better location is going to beat a luxury hotel every single time. When you travel, if you like to hop around like I do, stay in places longer instead of checking off boxes. Stop rushing between cities because it wastes time, energy, and also money. And if we've learned something so far, it's popularity doesn't equal value. Some of the most crowded places deliver the least return on the time spent. Smarter travelers don't try to do everything, they do the right things. So how do we travel smarter in 2026? Travelers who get the most out of their trips will plan earlier, travel more intentionally, and stop chasing hype that doesn't really align with their goals. And that's exactly why I plan everything like I do. I have realistic budgets, I plan around the season, and honest recommendations. Good trips don't happen by accident, they're designed. Now, if you have all the time in the world, sure, don't plan anything at all, go with the flow, see what happens, and do whatever you want. that's fine. But when I travel, I generally don't have all the time in the world. I have a week, maybe 2 weeks, and that's basically it. So when I go, I want to know what I'm going to see, what I'm going to experience, and all the things in between that when I go home, I'm not going to regret seeing. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something today. Please, if you did, go ahead and like and subscribe down below. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and until next time, happy travels and keep on navigating.